with the acqua pazza, I told you we're going to have a side dish of boiled potatoes, just plain boiled potatoes, and they'll be covered with a little bit of olive oil and parsley. And we're also going to have a side dish of a tomato salad. So the first thing we really want to get done is we get the potatoes ready. We get them boiling because the fish does very quick. So we just peel a couple of potatoes and then we chop them up and we get them in the water. Remember, the potatoes, always get them a bit the same size. Stick them in the water, salted water of course. I'm only doing a few potatoes because the girls here, they like to eat rice, like they do all the time. Anyway, just put a few potatoes in the water. I'm going to put that on the flame and then we can carry on with the other items. Alright, that's the boiled potatoes ready. They're on, they're cooking. They take about 15 to 20 minutes. Remember, once they're cooked, you can always leave them stand, just cover them anyway. The salad we make later. So let's talk about the ingredients we need for pesca, acqua, pazza, so fish with crazy water. Ordinarily, all you would need is some plum tomatoes, different colours to make it look more exciting. Some parsley. Remember, I've always said you should always have parsley there. Just like you should have bacon in your fridge always, you should always have parsley there. Talking about bacon, you know it's a law in the UK. Every household must have bacon in the fridge. But anyway. Also what we need is a carrot, one carrot, some spring onion, and of course, not to forget, normal onion, garlic, and a nice little hot pepper. And that's it. I think that's all the ingredients we need. Now I'm going to prepare those, I'm going to chop those up, get them ready. Right, that's the ingredients chopped up. Here we have spring onion, chopped up like that. You know, just 2 spring onions. There we have some tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes chopped in half. 1 full onion. The carrot chopped up in like 1/2-inch chunks. I don't know, what's that in new money, 1/2 inch? 5-6 millimetre chunks. Fresh parsley. As I said, you should always have fresh parsley with you. You should always have it in the fridge. Always have it there. That should also be made law, just like having bacon in the fridge, which is, by the way, in the UK is the law. And we got the garlic. Of course, now it's time for the star of the show. Or should I say stars of the show? Because there's 2 ingredients. Of course, there's the fish. This is a sea bass. Unfortunately, it's a farmed sea bass. It's not a wild sea bass. I didn't get a chance to go to the fish shop up in Felixstowe where I could have got wild sea bass. But we'd have used that and I've cooked that differently anyway. There's another star to this show. And that is this beastie here, which a lot of people don't actually know about. It's called fennel. Okay? Fennel is what's going to bring the flavours in. So all we need from this is, first of all, we're going to cut away the green stuff. not going to discard that because we're going to use some of that later for garnishing. The fennel itself, we only need half of it. These are the two stars of the dish. Fennel, you can get that in Aldi, you can get it in Lidl, you can get it in Tesco's. It's always there and it's always hidden away somewhere. So people obviously know what it is and they do use it. But this is the magic ingredient for this particular dish. Anyway, I've salted the fish. The fish, as you can see, is fresh. Its gills are red, its eyes are very shiny, and it doesn't smell bad. So we're ready to go. We've got all the ingredients. And it's time to cook. Time to cook with Colin. Okay, here we are at the cooking station and we're ready to go. First thing we've got to do, get the pan on, bit of heat. We get a bit of olive oil, 2 or 3 spoonfuls, no, good spoonfuls, like I say, extra virgin olive oil. This one's 100% Italian, it's dry pressed as well. Like I've said, it's always worth spending a few pounds more to make sure that you get a good, decent oil. Okay, what we're going to do now, the first thing we're going to do is put in the onions. The onions and the carrots with the fennel. And we chuck the fennel in there. Like that. And we're just going to heat them up. On a high flame. We're going to heat that up. Now this should take about 3 minutes because they've got to soften up. Okay. So these are the hard ingredients, these are the onions, these are the fennel and the carrots. So we'll give this the 3 minutes then to soften up. You know, just keep stirring away at it so that nothing sticks and nothing burns. Right, they're softening up now. Now it's time to add the garlic, the onions and tomatoes and a little bit of parsley. We're going to mix that just a little bit, just to get the flavours in. You only want to mix these in for about a minute, time for the garlic also to heat up. We're not going to let that get too hot. The tomatoes will soften up a little bit there. They're starting to look nice already, that isn't it? But what we're going to do, we're going to put the fish on top of it, like that. Look, as you notice, I've scored it with the fish here. I'm scoring it with a knife, so the flavours will be able to get in. At this point, we let it just rest on top there. And here comes again the magic ingredients. We're going to put a cup of wine. That's it. Put a cup of wine in there. And in this, not just wine, we're also going to put a little bit of water. There we go. And there we're going to put some water in there just to take it up. It's about halfway up the fish. There you go. And of course, we're going to add a little bit more salt. Flame on high. We'll put the cover on, and we're now going to let that boil away for 20 minutes. But as you can see, the fish is steaming away there. It's not a lot longer, I think we're more than halfway through, so I think now would be a good time to turn the fish. Okay, you've got to go very careful here. Take that away. Look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? All those lovely colours in there as well. So now we're going to very carefully, so look, it's breaking up. So we've got to go very carefully. Turn the fish. Fish is breaking up. There you go, the fish has broke up a little bit. Never mind. No, it still looks like, because I made the cuts and that may be too big, but the fish is, that's a good sign that it's cooked all the way through. We're almost there now anyway. By the way, that was my food critic in the background making a remark there. My food critic, who's actually just done a critic on that bottle of Garvey that I bought that I was hoping to drink. Needless to say, there's not much of it left. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. So, we'll just let that do for a few minutes more and we'll be ready to plate up. In the meantime, I'll see if I can find myself another bottle of wine. Okay, this was that bottle of Garvey that I opened to have with the mussels, you know, our starter that we made. Okay, I had to come to cook the fish, so I didn't get a chance to drink it. I left it on the table, and look how that's evaporated. So really, you really don't want to have the heating on at home when you're cooking, because you get back and the wine's evaporated. So there you go. Anyway, I have been told it's a very nice glass of wine. I'm hoping I'll be able to try some afterwards. Let's see if we can get it onto the plate without breaking up. Quick flip, yes, and there it is. We've got the fish on the plate, and there we're just going to scrape up some of those sauces to cover it. Hope you can see that. And we've got these lovely sauces to go over it there, like that, and around. Some of this down the side there. And of course we pour the rest of the acqua pazza in the fish. Not quite finished yet, because what we're doing now is we put a little bit of fresh parsley over the top, and we've got the green from the fennel, just to add something a little bit different. There we go, and voila, there we have Colin's pesca acqua pazza. So that's it for me. Like, share, subscribe, press the bell for notifications. Stay safe.